Greetings, everyone. Gleekon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. We're in the middle of the year of the Dark Portal when this all begins. We left off last time with just saying, hey, the Council thinks Medivh's being weird. Because he is. There's been some suspicious murders, and he's taking leaves of absence to go visit another planet to plot the world's destruction, or at least the humans. So stay a while and listen to this one called The Dark Portal. As the Dark Portal took shape on Draenor, Gul'dan urged Blackhand to strengthen the clans. The war chief staged mock battles and duels between the orcs to give them an outlet for their bloodlust. The Horde had grown feeble, and it needed every fighter at its disposal for the coming invasion of Azeroth. Okay, that happened in the book. Though many orcs reveled in combat, Durotan saw it as a disgrace to tradition. The Frostwolf chieftain could no longer stay silent about what was happening to his people. His world was dying. He had seen the orcs become bloodthirsty savages. Durotan began speaking out against Gul'dan and the use of fell magic. He urged the orcs to seek ways to heal their world. Most clans saw this as an act of treason and cowardice, and they lashed out at the Frostwolves. Okay, that's in the book we just read. Gul'dan kept a careful watch on Durotan, but his efforts were focused on other things. He and Blackhand convinced the clans that conquering Azeroth was the only way their people would survive. Most orcs, especially those who had drunk Banneroth's blood, were delighted at the opportunity to slaughter once again. Draenor was dying, none could deny that. If the Horde did not take this chance to build a new home, everyone would perish. Okay. Once the Dark Portal was built, Gul'dan worked with Medivh to open it. The Warlock would conduct a ritual with his counterpart on Azeroth to tear a rift in the fabric of reality. The amount of raw power needed to do so was astonishing. It would require Gul'dan and Medivh to pool their magic together, but even that would not be enough on its own. All this is okay. That's what our book said. Nearly every Draenei prisoner who still lived was brought to the base of the Dark Portal. At the moment the ritual began, Gul'dan drained all of their life essences in an instant. The massive spike of power created the spark needed to cross such a large distance. Okay, well, that's a little bit... What we had in the book was one single Draenei child was murdered, along with some of the orc crafters. So that seems more plausible, but the book part with the child was more compelling as a novel, and I can see the small distance. Meanwhile, Medivh conducted his own spell work on Azeroth. In an isolated swamp east of Karazhan known as the Black Morass, he called upon the full might of his guardian energies to rip open a gateway. Due to his and Gul'dan's combined efforts, the Dark Portal shimmered and activated, forming a bridge between the two worlds. And that is what we basically described in the book. Also, the Black Morass is the first level in Orcs and Humans. And I want to say that that is the Swamp of Sorrows, because there's also Duskwall and Marsh, and I always get those two confused. But I think that's Swamp of Sorrows. Through the portal, Gul'dan and the orcs glimpsed Azeroth for the first time. The world that the hooded stranger had promised him was real. Blackhand sent his most trusted scouts, members of the Bleeding Hollow and the Blacktooth Grin clans, to survey the other side of the portal. They emerged in the Black Morass and quickly established a camp. A number of warlocks accompanied these scouts. They oversaw the effort to build an enchanted stone frame around the portal on the Azeroth side, which would stabilize the gateway and allow it to stay open for extended periods. As construction progressed, the orcs scouted more and more territory. So that is most likely what we're seeing in the first couple levels of Orcs and Humans. We're not going to jump to Orcs and Humans yet because we haven't officially said that we've encountered the humans. I'm going to wait till there's no question, and that's when we're going to pause and jump over to Last Guardian before we play the game. But obviously, we are pretty close. They're on Azeroth now. All right, cool. Another episode in the pipes, 5x5. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.